Hey guys, James here. I'm excited for the next time. It's Scooby Doo vs. Courage the Cowardly Dog. I'm excited for that. This is the most surprising fucking announcement we got this season. Holy shit. I saw some people speculating this a bit before Gojo vs. Makima came out, and I wasn't really believing it because I didn't really see how it could happen this season. But I'm glad to be wrong. I fucking love this matchup, and I'm glad it's happening. It feels surreal that it is actually happening. They're covering Scooby Doo and Courage the Cowardly Dog. I would not have expected that. But, yeah, for those who don't know, and you somehow clicked on this, you're stupid, but the next time is Scooby Doo from Hanna-Barbera, the Scooby Doo series, versus Courage from the Cartoon Network series, Courage the Cowardly Dog. I am pretty excited for this one. This is our first cartoon, like the first time we've gotten 2 cartoon episodes in one season. That's the first time since like season 1 maybe. And holy shit, I was not expecting that. Well, I'm back when I made my season 10 prediction video pre-Cypher. I did kind of think it was possible that we could have gotten 2 cartoon episodes this year, since Bill vs. Discord was not originally planned. I wasn't sure on this. I did see it as a possibility, and it turned out to be true. We got 2 cartoon episodes this year, and I'm excited. Not in a million years I would have predicted it would have been Scooby vs. Courage, but I'm glad it is. And I'm glad this proves that we don't need any form of outside media to make these characters relevant to happen as an episode. Yeah, nothing for Scooby-Doo came out this year. Nothing at all. But I'm super excited for this. I love this matchup. It's not in my top 50, but I still really love this matchup. I grew up watching a lot of Scooby-Doo. I still watch it nowadays. It's a fun show. And Courage the Cowardly Dog, I also really like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Not as much as most people, because I haven't seen all of it yet. I have liked what I've seen. It's a really good show. And it's just good. It's a good show. I don't have much more to add to that. But I don't even think I need to go over the connections for these two at this point. We know these two. Well, maybe some younger kids might not know what Courage is, but we all know Scooby. And we know these two. Most of us probably know these two. Excuse me. But, famous cowardly dogs who has to face against a monster based on a daily fucking basis. Ghosts and ghouls all the time. They have one thing that motivates them, Scooby Snacks and Love, to protect their to go up against the ghoul, the dangerous ghoul for their family, Shaggy and the Mystery Gang, and Muriel, and by association Eustace. It's a simple matchup. You don't need much to really understand this. It's a fucking great matchup. It's a legacy matchup. I think this counts as a legacy matchup. I really only started seeing it become popular in about 2020, 2021. So unless if we count 3 years as a legacy matchup, which but this obviously it probably has been in comparison since the fucking late 90s when Courage came out. I think in 1996 or something. I don't know. So, yeah, this makes sense. I've seen some people question why they're doing this, and I think those people live under a rock, because why not do this? And I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out. I'm especially excited to see how the fight goes. And, with the fight itself, I kind of hope they don't really fight that much. I've seen some, it's more so them running away from the monster and occasionally throwing paws. But more so just them screaming and running from the threat. I've seen some people compare this idea to how Jason vs. Michael was executed. But I think the key difference between Jason vs. Michael and Scooby vs. Courage is that you put Jason and Michael in a room, they're going to try killing each other. It's in nature. Scooby and Courage, canonically they are best buds with Straight Out Nowhere, but ignoring that, these two would fucking be scared as hell from each other. They would not want to kill each other. I know Death Battle rules, but I feel like this is a good way to keep them in character, keep the whole, like, comedy bit of this matchup, because it's not a joke matchup per se, I'm not saying that, but this is obviously a more comedy-focused type of matchup for these characters. So, yeah. For the animation itself, I hope it kind of starts with, like, on an old-timey TV, maybe showing an older Death Battle episode, and right before it gets to the death, we got the fucking reporter guy saying, "We interrupt this broadcast to bring you breaking news!" Or something like that. I don't exactly remember how it goes, but from Courage Cowardly Dog, I think we all know it, that we know Courage. And then, like, he pulls down the screen to show a Scooby Doo title card, like, from, Scooby Doo, and, the one where they got, like, a whole bunch of guest stars, like Weird Al Yankovic, the Harlem Globetrotters. We all know that one. I feel like that would be really cool. That would be really good, like, fan service type of thing. And it would also just be fun to see. That would be fun to see. I would love to see that. And, like, we get into the actual animation. The mystery gang is coming to nowhere to investigate some monster crime scene going on. They split up. Scooby, like, the monster, scares Scooby and Shaggy, so they accidentally get split up, and then Scooby runs into Courage. They both scream. Monster shows up. They scream again. And it's kind of the vibe I want the fight to be. More so them running away from the monster. Again, occasionally throwing paws, maybe against each other, or the monster itself in self-defense, because, like, these two have stuff to fight with. Courage has a hammer space going for him with a whole bunch of different shit. Salami, tiny whale, acid, chainsaw, cannon, fucking whatever you think of, he can pull it right out of his doggy pockets. And Scooby-Doo also has a lot of stuff, which makes sense. He has fucking 50-something years to work with. He came out in, like, 1969. That's a lot of stuff to work with. That's a lot of years. He has, like, swords, books, like a magnifying glass, a whole bunch of shit. He can enlarge the size of his paw and whatnot. And, like, Courage also has his tongue. I really just want... Like, they're both Toon Force characters. I want to see that incorporated into the animation to make it more of a... kind of a slapsticky one. Like, you can have the slapstick, have the onomatopoeias show up, like, whomp, bang, slam, like that type of stuff. Make it Toon Force-y. I really want to see that. Just make it like a good little slapstick fight. That would be real fun to see, and it would fit these two. Like, Scooby gets splat into a fucking pancake, he falls around for a little bit before going back to normal. Courage fucking gets turned to ash or something. He gets so scared he becomes a pile of ash with just the eyes and the ears before going back to normal off screen. That would fit these two really fucking well. And, like, you can also incorporate plenty of those classic Scooby-Doo jokes into the fight. You can have the door chase, like the fucking door chase sequence. You can have either both Scooby and Courage, or just Scooby to Courage, where they trick either Courage or the monster, like on Straight Out Nowhere. Do that whole comedy bit. That would be fun to see. I would love that type of shit. And maybe also, you kind of might have to make the animation like a minute longer, which I don't know if they're going to be able to do because of budget restraints are understandable. But I would love for there just be like a separate song in the animation during like a chase sequence. Very similar to fucking What's New Scooby-Doo and Be Cool Scooby-Doo, where like during the second or so chase sequence, there's a musical number that plays as the gang run away from the monster. I would really love to see that. That would be fun. And that probably won't happen because understandable restraints, but that would be really funny to see. I don't know. I just want to see them incorporate this goofier side to a Halloween matchup. Also, yeah, it's our Halloween episode. It's in November, but it's our Halloween episode. I assume originally this was supposed to trade places with Gojo Makima, but maybe budget or like they need some extra time to work on Scooby versus Courage, so they swapped the two. I don't know, or maybe that's just the original plan and they didn't get the timing exactly on time, because that does happen. Jason versus Michael and SpongeBob vs. Aquaman were in different places last year, so yeah, that can easily be mistaken. But then when it gets to, like, the death, I kind of hope it's just like the monster scares them so bad they both start screaming, and then the winner causes the loser the fucking break from how loud they're screaming. And maybe also the monster. And then, like, the loser comes back as a ghost. They both scream and run away from each other. I feel like that would be a good way to have these two kill each other without breaking character. Because like, a lot of people don't want to see these two actually kill each other, which is understandable. They are dogs and we love these dogs. So I think having it be more so an accidental kill keeps them in character, doesn't break the whole rule of one of them has to die. I feel like this kind of works the best. And it also kind of incorporates the monster in being part of the kill, because the monster is what scares them so much, is that they go, ah, and then the other dies. So I would really like to see that. That would be fun. And then, like, for the animation style, this could be either sprites or hand-drawn. Probably sprites, but I'm going to lean to the hand-drawn option because it's already groundbreaking. We're getting 2 cartoon episodes in one season. So we could go double groundbreaking and have one of those cartoon episodes be hand-drawn. I know Jack vs. Afro is hand-drawn, but that was more so only on Jack's side. I think Afro is still an anime. Probably a very Western-inspired anime, but still Eastern, not Western, so with the Western animation. I could be wrong on that. I could very well be wrong on that. I'm not going to Google that. But that'd be really cool to see. Our first cartoon versus cartoon character that is a hand-drawn fight. And who wins? This is an AP stomp in one's favor. Just whose favor it is depends on what they buy. Courage is very straightforward. Star to large star is very consistent throughout the series. Like, Courage holds a star, Courage screams so loud, a star fucking shatters. Eustace, oh yeah, and in the animation, Eustace fucking dies. Wouldn't be a Courage episode if Eustace didn't die. But Eustace gets turned to, like, a bunch of stars, like a whole constellation. There's a feat where a character called the Shadow is turned into, like, 325 stars or some shit. And that got calced to large star. So, star to large star, pretty consistent. I've seen someone try to argue solar system, and it was from Courage holding a star. It comes from the star being made from a star maker, but that doesn't instantly translate to that being solar system. Because apparently star makers are made up of a whole bunch of stars, but I refer back to what I just fucking said. And also the calc I just fucking gave for the 300 and whatever the fuck stars. Scooby, though, it's going to depend on what they buy. Personally, I think Scooby should have the AP advantage. Where does the AP advantage come from? Well, in, I think it's called Scooby Doo Guess Who, there's a feat where Scooby, Shaggy, and a ballerina dance so fast or some shit, a light is created. It spans across the entire universe. We cut to a shot of an alien holding up a little globe of the universe. The globe shatters. So, yeah, I've seen a lot of people argue this shouldn't be used. I've seen just as many people argue that it should be fine to use. So, what's the issue with it for people not to buy it? Well, it's like, after the whole globe shattering thing, we cut back to Scooby and gang. Everything's fine. So a lot of people argue, oh, this never actually happened, but we do see characters react to the light being created. So, and like, just because it didn't break the fucking universe, you still need the energy output to create the fucking light in the first place. I've also seen some, like, the light itself, blatantly uni, it covers the entire fucking universe. I've seen some people argue it shouldn't be used because Scooby had help, but it was between him, the ballerina, and Shaggy. Divide uni by 3. You got, or divide it by 1 you get 1/3 of Uni, you get multi-solar system. That would be above where Courage is, even arguing solar system Courage. So, and then there's another Uni feat backing it up in Mystery Incorporated at the end, where Scooby and gang have to defeat the entity, and when the entity is defeated, a black hole is created, sucking the entity up, and then also destroying the entire fucking universe, with Scooby and gang being right in front of it and perfectly fine. The universe is then resetted and creates a new timeline where mysteries don't exist, and the Scooby and gang cross it perfectly fine. They survive it point blank. So I think multi-solar system to Uni is perfectly fine. I've also seen some other calcs regarding the light feat, specifically the globe shattering, where lowest the globe shattering gets is multi-solar system, with some arguments being that with some how the G1 blog did some math for Kratos versus Asura, like their method, the light itself, like the globe shattering, could get to the multi-range. So that would put multi-solar system, the fucking creation light feat itself, that Scooby himself would scale to, higher in range. So yeah. I've also seen like some speed arguments for Courage. The best I've seen is like 0.29 C. I've seen reaction speeds get higher, but reaction not the same as movement or travel. And with Scooby, the light I've seen count to like quad to quintillion times faster than light. I'm assuming this is either how fast Scooby has to be going to make the light, or the speed the light is traveling. It's probably that. I think that is just applicable to movement and travel speed as reaction speeds, aka not really. But people will probably argue the reaction speed and the light creation speed regardless as their speeds, so yeah. Regardless, Scooby should have the advantage. And then there's also the crossovers. I've seen some people try to argue that crossovers shouldn't be used. You're skipping out on like a good-ass chunk of Scooby-Doo content by missing the crossovers. He has crossed over with so many fucking people. I need a drink. My throat's drying up. This is the second time recording this video. God. But these crossovers like Batman, there's obviously all the cameo crossovers. Or not the cameo crossovers, the celebrity crossovers. He's crossovers WWE a weird amount of times. He has a whole show that's a crossover with other Hanna-Barbera cartoons. There's the comics where he gets the Yellow Lantern ring because he's the embodiment of fucking fear. That's the funniest shit ever. There's, like, he gets X-Kryptonite that gives him Superman powers. I've seen some people argue that, oh, that's just fucking, Super Friends, so it shouldn't count. Death Battle's own episode put Super Friends Aquaman at, like, what, 300 billion times faster than light? Or it was 55 billion? I think it was 55 billion times faster than light. And, like, he would upscale from that because Aquaman's the weakest. That's the whole point of that episode's existence. Outside of Praise and SpongeBob, that's a different topic. But Superman would upscale to that. X-Kryptonite puts him on par with Superman. Magically upscale from that, which would just fucking blitz. And then, like, there's also WWE with C 33 times faster than light, assuming they don't use reaction speeds, which they probably will. But there's also apparently other arguments for WWE getting crazy high that wasn't used in Macho Aids, so yeah. There's just a whole fucking assortment of shit going on for Scoob. So I can see Courage winning the episode. I can see them not buying the higher end feats for whatever reason. I don't think there's reason to not buy them. The feats are all perfectly fine. If they don't buy them, Courage can win. I can see that happening. Consider Obito and Frieza won their episodes when they shouldn't have, probably. So, yeah, but Scooby, I think he should win pretty solidly. The feats are pretty much viable. Like, multi-solar system, blatant as fuck. So, yeah. Though I'm rooting for them both. I love these dogs. I do like Scooby more, but I love both of them. I'm rooting for them both. Second time I'm rooting for both characters this season. The first time was, oh god, sorry. Martian Surfer. I was interested in learning about them both equally, like after watching some Martian Manhunter clips. And where does this fit on the on Cypher? I've seen some debate on it, and this is kind of what throws a lot of people for a loop. I've seen some argue the pentagram because they deal with supernatural all the time, which I think that's a big stretch. I've seen some people argue the suit because of the monsters in suit, or people in monster suits, and that's kind of funny. I would actually be down for that, because that's kind of hilarious. But the one that most agree on, and it's the one that makes the most sense to me, is the skull and crossbones, because dogs like bones. There's not really a lot of solid arguments for any of them, but I think that's the one that, like, makes the most sense overall. So that just leaves us with about 3 more symbols. And that's 3 more episodes. Oh god, we're near the end. But I'm super fucking excited for this episode. I can't wait to see this. I really fucking can't wait to see this. And next time, I'm honestly not sure. I was gonna go the Serial Mascot Royale, but it doesn't seem like they would be doing 2 real goofy matchups in a row. Maybe Sans versus Judge. I can hold hope. I'm honestly not sure what to expect next, but this is one of the most exciting episodes this season for me, only getting topped by Guts vs. Dimitri and Bill vs. Discord. Excuse me, I love those matchups more. This is still an amazing matchup. I am so damn excited for this one. I can't wait. I hope this episode is good. We haven't really had a bad episode this season, so hopefully this can keep up that trend of each episode being at least... Well, I was going to say at least good, but then I remembered Stitch versus Rocket, and that was kind of a mid-episode, so hopefully we still get good episodes. This will continue the trend of at least being a good episode, maybe even amazing. That would be awesome. But, yeah, I'm excited to see this. And, base.